So, it's Lizzie and welcome to another one of my videos, and today I will be tackling Vixella Shell Challenge. And just quickly, disclaimer, excuse my loss for words and my rough voice right now, but it is the third voiceover I'm recording today. I'm going to record one more after this one. I just got to stay on schedule and not fall behind. So what the shell challenge is, if you don't know, you probably do know what it is if you clicked on this video. But basically, you have a shell of a house, meaning the exterior walls, and you have to finish the house not touching the walls. You cannot move them, you can not do anything with them. Well, obviously you can place windows, doors, etc, but that's all. And to be honest, I did look up because Vixella uploaded this shell I think 3 or 4 days ago, so some people have already finished their challenge, and I just did a quick look at what they did, and what I mostly have seen are your typical traditional looking houses, and I didn't see many modern ones, so I just decided to try and tackle it with my favorite modern vibes. And you can see that because the shell is such a weird shape, I kind of tried to balance it out by doing these black thingies I would call pergolas. Basically I did them by placing some columns and then on the upper floor using the smallest, the shortest fence possible. And I think those are really fun way to spice up your buildings, and they're pretty easy to make. And again, this build caused me so much struggle. I was struggling with the swatches, I was struggling with overall aesthetic, I was struggling with the shape. I think it took me around 30 minutes to finally get the roof, and after so many tries I just went for the easiest roof possible. And I also did do the exterior using white slidings, some masonry, rocky thingy, and some warm tone wood, because I think that those three just go together really well when it comes to modern houses. It is just my personal preference, and you'll just see me in a second jump into the roof being done, because I cut out my struggles. I think you would have seen me struggle enough. So yeah, I just did the lowest half wall you could possibly have and put some grass on top and just left it there. So with this house I'm doing tons of greenery as always, but here we're talking greenery on the ground, on the roof, on the pergolas, literally everywhere, to break out the shape of the house. And I also did tons of glass. What else? I did come back to one of my previous builds for a second to check which pavement did I use, because I liked how it turned out. the video of me doing that house, which is a Scandinavian modern house, is up on my channel for you to watch it if you are interested in that. So yeah, and I did come back and change so many things along the way, and the house you will see in the end of the video is not the final product. I just go back to one thing that I did at the beginning, but then changed it and decided it does not look so good. So I went for quite an open plan downstairs, and I really like how the weirdly shaped nook looked. Here you can see me placing some random furniture to mark up the spaces. And in the end of this video I will just put some screenshots of the house overall. And I really like to screenshot the places that actually turned out well. And I did also struggle with the stairs, because I wanted to make the stairs begin together and then divide themselves into right and left, but the overall plan, like the floor plan of the upstairs, just didn't allow me to do so. So you will just see me trying to do everything not to make the space look so teeny tiny, but at the same time looking cool, but it just didn't work out. Most things just didn't turn out. And I did have the BB that move objects on at all times, just because I'm using mostly Bluetooth based mouse and keyboard, and I have problems with the receivers, so I just typed in the code once and let it hang there. And I did have a huge problem with the upstairs, because even though you might think the house is so big, I managed to squeeze in only 1.5 bedrooms, meaning a master and a guest bedroom, which is also a office. And it's so tiny that when I put a Murphy bed there, when you put down the Murphy bed, you cannot walk at all. So that's a fail, but in real life people would just jump over the bed, so I think we've got that covered. Okay, what else? I did do my favorite thing, which is the little drops to the level below, where you have no ceiling between the levels. And it was pretty easy without the roofing coming in from all sides, so that was a huge advantage. The house should be mostly playable. Not mostly, I think everything in the house is playable. And I think you shouldn't have any problems with anything. And I really did struggle with the windows again. Again, we're talking swatches and styles. I just couldn't find the right one. And I wanted the house to feel like open and bright, but it ended up being a bit cramped. And I'm talking upstairs here. The downstairs area is quite nice, and yeah, I just squeezed in 2 wardrobes in the corridor to clutter it up. I love those chandeliers, the like really tall ones that are suspended from the ceiling. Really pretty, but you need to have either a hole between the floors or simply a higher wall height. And I have to say that I really love the tiny living couches and armchairs. They're so cute. Oh, and this is the nook I was talking about. I think it turned out really great. And for me it feels just so homey and open. So I just think I'll leave you here, let you watch in peace, prepare my voice for another voiceover after this one, and basically see you in the next one. Maybe I will just tune in during that time of you watching the rest if I just remember something I wanted to say. But I think that's all for now. So see you around and bye. bye.